Good morning everyone, I hope you're all well and safe. In today's news, Lauer demonstrates its consistent dosing systems. Lauer, a leading developer of industrial dosing systems, is showing its visitors at Innovate Textile and Apparel how it achieves consistent dye quality from one batch to the next. Consistency and repeatability are goals that all textile manufacturers strive to achieve, especially those in the dyeing sector. And so the company has taken up the challenge to offer such solutions by developing products capable of meeting these dyeing needs. Elsewhere, Fong's Europe targets new fields of applications. The German manufacturer of dyeing and finishing systems is focused on offering its customers added value by optimising its existing portfolio and developing new concepts. Elsewhere, the company is actively marketing its new products that it exhibited at ITMA 2019 in Barcelona. These include the Gola continuous systems, the innovative new developments, then SmartFlow and then SupraTech LTM, and the Zarella steaming systems for yarn conditioning. Lastly, Imogo takes the next step in its sustainable dyeing process. Imogo is on a mission to transform textile dyeing, and it is doing this with its new sustainable process that it created back in 2018. Right now, the company is on track to achieve this goal as it has just opened a showroom with a full-scale prototype line. This development follows a successful exhibit at ITMA in 2019, where it showcased its DyeMax spray dyeing technology to the market. According to the company, this system promises to slash the use of freshwater, wastewater, energy and chemicals by as much as 90% compared to conventional jet dyeing systems. Now, earlier I had the pleasure of speaking with Cornelia Buchfolder, who is the Secretary General at the Swiss Textile Machinery Association. Here's what she had to say about the event so far. Well, good morning, Cornelia. Thank you very much for coming on today. How are you?
Well, I'm doing fine. As everyone at the moment, I'm mainly working from home and excited to let you know about my experience I had at this virtual exhibition so far.
Okay, right. So how is the show going for you then?
Well, what I see nicely is that we have quite a lot of people looking in, watching, visiting our virtual booth and interacting with the videos, so to say, looking at the videos, at the brochures, reading them, downloading them, looking at them. So that is very nice. And of course, as it is virtual, also the visitorship looks very international. Be it from Europe, but also South America, Asia. So that is definitely good.
Okay, that's interesting to know. So why did Swissmem decide to get involved in the event in the first place then?
Well, I think we talked about virtual exhibitions or these kind of events for quite a while, but as always, when times are good, you're probably not engaging very much in new ways of business. But now with this pandemic that led us to find new ways, we really have to find ways how to interact with customers, with people interested in what we do. And it's good that now we have a chance to try such a format for the first time. And I think only when participating in it, you really see how it works, what works good, where the advantages of it are, and maybe also where some of the points are that not are working that well yet and that can be improved.
Okay, right. And so what are you and also your members exhibiting at the show? What are you trying to sort of gain from the experience?
Well, but for us, it is always very important as an association. We promote our members. So for us, it's always very important that the main stage is given to our member companies. And that is what also can be seen on our booth. of course, the brochures, there's, for example, one brochure of us as an association showing who our members are, what their competencies are. But then we invited our member companies to just give us, for example, one brochure that they want to show. So we have about half of our membership. They gave us a brochure to present. And when it comes to videos, we had like two kinds of videos. One are videos, shorter videos, where our member companies give some statements about innovation, which for Switzerland is very important. So these are just like short 1-minute interviews about how they see innovation. And then on the other hand, we have a longer video where also again, about 10 of our member companies, they sent us videos with their innovations, and we added that to one big video to show the innovative power of our member companies.
Okay. Have you spoken to many of your member companies? Have they told you how they're enjoying the show at all?
To be honest, not so much. Of course, I invited them to visit the show, and I saw from the statistics that some of them definitely passed by, so to say, and looked what they are doing. And we just have a few of our member companies who themselves have their own booth. So that will for sure be interesting for me to find out after the show maybe what their experiences were with the show.
Definitely, okay. And then finally, the last question I wanted to ask you is, I mean, you said there you're going to talk to your members, see how they found it, but do you think in the years to come they'll likely join more digital events such as this, or do you think they'll sort of become more common in future?
I think the future will somehow be, hopefully, of course, going back to physical meetings, physical show where you can really interact immediately. I think that is definitely the only thing for this show so far that I see, that the interaction between people, that is definitely staying a challenge in such a virtual format. And I think for that one, there will for sure be physical shows, exhibitions, gatherings, seminars. But I think for the content transmission, so spreading content, such a platform can be a real advantage. So I think there will be a two-way. We will more and more also have platforms where we have our content to be shared, and on the other hand, keeping physical exhibitions to have the networking, to meeting people, and to interact with them on a one-to-one basis.
Well, Cornelia, thank you very much for joining me this morning. It's been interesting to hear what you have to say. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Moving on, today's roundtable is titled Consumer Shifts in the Activewear Sector. The increasing focus on health and well-being thanks to COVID-19 has not only meant that more and more people are buying activewear, but it also means there are more demands being put on the companies who are creating and selling it. With that in mind, this roundtable will address these consumer requirements in much more detail. To tune into this session, head over to the roundtable section at the usual time of 12 o'clock UTC. Well, that's all from me today, but as always, thank you very much for watching and please enjoy the rest of your day.